The fleet entered the warp, and the warp held it. The transit that should have taken weeks stretched into months. The currents that should have carried the fleet forward simply stopped. And in the stillness, something else began. A plague spread through the vessels. Not a natural plague. Not something the Death Guard's legendary resilience had ever been asked to resist before. It spread fastest through the warriors who had been most enhanced. Their own biology hardened against every toxin in the galaxy. Made the infection more efficient. The endurance that was supposed to protect them was spreading the plague through them. They could not fight it. They could not outlast it. For the first time in the history of the Death Guard, the Doctrine had no answer. Mortarion watched his legion die. The primarch who had refused the Emperor's help at the summit of Barbarous. The primarch who had built his entire existence around never needing anything from a power greater than himself. He watched the finest soldiers alive die from something he could not fight with his hands, or outlast with his body, or resist with his will. And he called out, not to the Emperor, not to Horus, into the warp itself. He asked. Nurgle answered. The plague did not kill the warriors it was consuming. It completed them. The pain stopped. The rot continued. It would always continue, but it no longer hurt. The warriors, who had been dying, began to endure the one thing that cannot be outlasted. They emerged from the warp transformed. Still standing, still at their posts, still the Death Guard. They are still the Death Guard. The Doctrine is unchanged. They still advance through environments that would kill any other force. They still regard pain as information rather than as a reason to stop. They still never yield. The environment has changed. They carry the plague the way they once carried endurance, not as a weapon, but as a condition. The worlds they pass through become what they became in the warp. Mortarion serves the thing he hated most. He endures this too. He has no choice. That is also Nurgle's gift. Nurgle did not corrupt the Death Guard. He completed them. He gave their doctrine of endurance something eternal to endure. They are still enduring. They always